All right. Let's get it. All right, I finished All Her Fault. And y'all, this show is good. I recommend, let me get this out the way. I recommend that if you watch this, binge it. Okay. Because I made the mistake of watching multiple shows at once. So it was like every other day I'd watch an episode or two. But once I got to episode 5, I locked in. And I just binged the rest of it because I needed to know what was going on. I needed to figure out how this was happening and why, right? First off, we already knew who the killer, not the killer, my bad. We already knew who the kidnapper was. These are all my suspects right now, just to let y'all know. I'm going back and forth between these pictures. But we already knew she was the kidnapper, right? So that's what got me confused. I was like, oh, how is this gonna be interesting if we already know who did it? When I tell y'all, there's so much drama going on between this freaking family that it was interesting. Okay, so let me run y'all through what I was thinking as I was watching this show and getting the revelations that they was putting out. All right, I'm gonna go back to my other list of suspects. All right, so boom, I'm gonna start with her down here because this is the friend to this lady, the mama that she made. It was her. Okay, I won't say it was her fault, but she is the one who had the babysitter hired who kidnapped her son. All right. Let's just start that off right. So I saw what they was doing already, trying to make us believe it was her. So instantly I was like, well, while it could be that she's working with the babysitter to get at them for some unknown reason, I ain't buying that. And let me tell you why. So one, this lady got her own family drama to deal with. Her husband suck. Her husband is ass. Like, let me tell y'all this. Her husband is a teacher, right? This woman works as like, I don't know, like some kind of marketing publicist type deal. And she's trying to be at the top of the top. So she's constantly working towards improvement and being busy and stuff, right? Which is the whole reason that she's trying to depend on her husband. But he's like, oh, I always got a Quizlet thing. I always got to take care of my school. Like, he's always got something going on conveniently that just stops him from being able to watch his own child, right? So I'm spoiling all of this just so y'all know. So one, I already X'd her out because I'm like, she too busy working. She already don't like her husband. So if anybody was getting kidnapped or murdered, she would have been doing that to her own husband, not messing around with nobody else's family. All right. Especially when she caught her husband, he said, I can't watch the kid. Even though you got this important meeting, I got the Quizlet thing to do with the kids. Tell me why. Embarrassing. She go to pick up her kid from the school board kid lady, one of the other moms that be organizing stuff. And that lady had to tell her, I saw your husband sitting in the parking lot at a park. I tried to call him so that he can come get your kid, but he wouldn't answer. So you might want to get your family together. She got mad at that lady, but that lady was speaking straight facts. Okay. She went and got her husband together. Divorce. Moving on. Then I'm gonna move on to my guy right here. He's not a suspect, he's the detective. Realest person in this show. And even though he did something shady, because his son is like some disability, I don't know what it is. He had to get his son into that school. And so I'm gonna just say, when that when the person in charge of the school was like, yeah, one of our lead board people, their son got arrested and is about to get sent to jail. Can you, help brother out? Then we'll get your son in. He initially said no. And he was like, I'm standing on that. I ain't that type of guy. And I was like, I respect it. But then he changed his mind and was like, I did that. Next thing you know, his kid was in that school. Honestly, I respect it still. Like, that's your son. You got to make sure he's straight whenever you out of there, right? So much respect to him throughout the whole thing. And detective work wise, this is one of the most competent people I done seen in TV, outside of like the Sherlock Holmes trope. You know what I'm saying? He was getting it done. All right. Our other suspects, we don't even have to go over her right now because we knew she was the kidnapper. Obvious. Let's go over the drama that was ensuing between these people. Okay. So one, we got the brother over here. He's disabled. Okay. He can't walk without pain. We got the sister down here. She's an addict or an ex-addict. I'm going to give her that because she ain't on them pills no more. She went through rehab and she changed her life. And then we got him over here. This is the family friend, real close. also an addict, but a gambling addict, right? Boy, the drama. Let's go it all. Let's first of all of this went down in episode 5, okay? I'm gonna just say there was some drama going on before episode 5, but episode 5 is when everything really went down, okay? We find out that, or I should say, he found out that his brother went to a place to see if he was a good candidate for a surgery, an exo like spine surgery to help him walk again. His brother came back and said, "Oh, they said you wasn't a good fit." Tell me why he called and was like, "Hey, I know y'all told my brother I wasn't a good fit, and I just wanted to double check and just, I appreciate y'all. Just give me some information." And they was like, what you talking about? We told your brother you were a perfect candidate for this." This man lied. He lied to his disabled brother about being a good candidate for the spinal surgery that would have him walking again, right? And you know what he said? He was like, "Yeah, if you started walking again, you wasn't gonna need me. Yeah, you was gonna leave the house. You was gonna go get you a job. You was gonna be independent. And I know you need me. I know you want my help all the time." The nerve of this man. And keep in mind, I was on his side when I first saw how he was toe up about his son being gone. But for him to say that, I'm looking at you different now, right? The same episode 5, keep in mind. Back to here. So that's what's going on with him, finding out his brother is a liar. Then down here, we got the sister, the ex-addict. She's been toe up because since they was kids, right? She's been blamed for like tripping him or pushing him down, or basically saying that it was her fault that their brother was disabled, which is what led her to be an addict and make all these bad decisions and whatnot, right? Y'all, when we find out that it wasn't her fault, it was not her fault that this boy is disabled. You know whose fault it is? This man right here. Again, when he was 10 years old and they was a little bit younger, 6 and something else, he tripped the brother while they was running around the house. He fell, hit his spine, yada yada. This whole time, he let his little sister take the blame for his brother being disabled. Let his sister go through all that mental and emotional stress when he was the one who did it. And had the nerve to belittle his sister. "Oh, you an addict. Oh, you this and that. Yeah, you irresponsible." He put her down her entire life when he was the one who actually crippled their brother. Y'all, if you can't tell by now, don't like this man, don't respect this man. I clearly am suspicious of this man. All right? Let me get back to it though. We also find out that this addict is dating this addict. I hate to say it like that, but that's how the brother was putting it, which the way he talk, y'all just know you can't trust this man, the way he talk. But the fact that these two started dating, to me, I was like, oh, that's okay. Y'all are all friends. Like, he's a really good guy. This shouldn't be a problem. But the brother was trying to make it be like, that's against the rules for addicts. You're not supposed to date another addict or you're going to backslide. She never backslid. Right? She never backslid. And because the husband, I forget his name, the oldest brother, because he saw that some of his pills, his pain meds was missing. I said pain meds was missing. He blamed the pill addict or ex-pill addict. That's how he framed it. And was saying she was stealing pills and that she backslid and was an addict again. Right? Come to find out, she didn't steal the pills. She's been clean this whole time. But guess what? You know who wasn't clean? My man's right here. My man's right here. And I was suspicious of him. So earlier on, we saw him go outside and make a call. And that call was like, "Hey, the money from this account is still missing. We don't know what's going on. What's happening?" And he was like, "Oh, just take it from the yada yada account." And it was like, not hers, but like the mama's, her account, I think it was. Like, it was a trust. He was like, "Yeah, just take it from that account and move it over there." He was moving money around for the company. So I was like, maybe he kidnapped the kid to like then do a ransom so that he could come up with the money again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, he is a suspicious candidate right now. Oh man, I ain't got enough time. We about to drop a part 2 because we gotta keep this going. We gotta break the drama down.